I woke up this morning and Bitcoin was in price discovery. Not only had it breached the previous all-time highs that it set last week, it significantly breached it and was heading for $72,000. By the time you're watching this video, who knows where Bitcoin would be? And it's only Monday. You guys are still asleep at the point of me making this video in America, but people in Europe are awake and the buying has already started. When America wakes up and the buying, kicks in from Wall Street people, we're going to see massive pumps today, tomorrow, the day after. We might see a correction here and there, but Bitcoin will continue to breach this price. And who knows, $80,000 per Bitcoin is not far-fetched by the end of the week. That's absolutely insane. Can you think back to just 2 months ago when Bitcoin was about half of that? If someone said to you that in a couple of months, Bitcoin would do 100% pump. Bitcoin, with that massive market cap that it had, with the macro events, with the additional issues happening around the world, with the terrible economies, with the FUD and all the sort of negativity from JP Morgan, all those people, you would say, nah, that's not going to happen. But you know who knew this was going to happen? The whales knew. The institutions knew. BlackRock knew. JP Morgan's Jamie Dimon, he knew that Bitcoin was going to go like this because his people were investing in the background. And his job was to create FUD and keep the market down so that you, the retailer, didn't get involved. Now, can you think back to just about a year ago when Bitcoin was in the teens? I think it hit 16,000, slightly less. Now, if someone said to you that just in 1 year, Bitcoin was going to be 70,000, 75,000, you would think they were crazy. You would think, well, we've got this issue happening in Ukraine, you have this, and all of these excuses and FUD and, just looking around at inflation and everything. You would probably be led to believe that everything was going to zero, especially when, the institution was saying that, the banks, the government, Gary Gensler, everybody was like, oh, this is going to zero, sell and get out. Meanwhile, all of these guys whose faces you're now seeing pop up all over again and now telling you he's going to the moon, yada, 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 right? All of the crypto bros are back. All of the social media influencers are back. The scams are back. I'm half expecting SBF himself to start up a YouTube channel from jail talking about Bitcoin. That's where we are now. Extreme greed. Now, the whole point of this video is this. Now that it has happened, it seems obvious in hindsight, and people are now kicking themselves that they didn't go in when it was 15,000. Now everyone's FOMOing in at 70,000. Isn't that crazy? You could have got orders of magnitude more Bitcoin when it was 15,000. Instead, you sold and lost all your money from the last bull market. You realized all your gains. And now, you realized all your losses. Now, having realized all your losses and lost all that money, you're now buying it again at all-time high, probably not to sell when we hit the blow-off top and sell again in the bear market. And that's just how most people behave. It's the fear and greed index. And the people that understand the fear and greed index are the ones that make all the money. Now, relating that to XRP. Now, if I told you that XRP was going to do 100x, right, in a year's time, or it's going to do a 10x in 2 months' time, we will be filled with doubt. Why? Because it just seems impossible. Look at all the situations. We've got the SEC, Gary Gensler hates us. We've got rumors about people dumping. We've got, Ripple is rumored to be selling the escrow, dumping out the market. People, FUD. But when it runs, right, people are going to look back and kick themselves and say, hey, I wish I had bought at this time. It's going to be exactly the same thing. So another thing that people are usually talking about is, look at the market cap. It's a large cap. There's no way it's going to do 100x. There's no way it's going to do a 10x because the market cap is going to be more than the GPA of Saudi Arabia, whatever, right? But Solana's done it. Solana did a 10x in a few months, even though it was a large cap. And look at where Solana is now. People thought you were crazy. And remember, Solana isn't legally clear. It's a security, most likely. And they're still going to have to face lawsuits in the future. But you know what? The organizations that are getting involved with Solana are completely discounting that because everyone is in extreme greed mode. People are buying. And XRP is in the limelight because they're the ones that are actively in court, right? So it's having problems running. Also, the base of XRP holders, right, the XRP army, are in too deep already, right? A lot of them, some have sold and left, right? Some have become less enthusiastic. Some have put away their XRP and just switched off to wake me up when XRP passes $1 mode, right? But when XRP does pass $1, we're going to see an influx of new people into the XRP army, right? Those people that buy when the FOMO hits, they're coming, right? The FOMO hasn't hit yet for XRP, is why no one is buying it. And those are our XRP loyalists, so to say. They're already maxed out on what they want to buy. They bought years ago. And because we didn't experience all-time highs last time in the last bull market, we missed that. People didn't sell and buy, and they basically just hodled the whole time. So some people are buying a lot more. Some people are buying bits and pieces, dollar cost averaging in. But, they're maxed out. And because it's not moving, it's not exciting, right? For traders and it's not driving in FOMO. FOMO only drives when the price is at all-time high or near all-time high. That's when not intelligent or unintelligent money rushes in. The intelligent money is already buying or have already bought. But when XRP approaches $3, $4, that's when the money is going to come. That's when people are going to start to buy like crazy. People are going to sell their Bitcoins for XRP because it's at all-time high. This is when people buy. People don't buy when it's low. Remember, people buy high on average and sell low. This is what most people do. We've all done it at some point, right? And this is what I think is going to happen. And when it happens, people are going to be mind blown. And we're going to think back and say, man, I can't believe XRP was under $1 at some point. It'll become a no-brainer. And then all the things that we've been talking about will become obvious to most people. They'll say, oh, look, it was so obvious. Countries were thinking about using it for their CBDCs. Oh, it was a bridge currency between different countries. Oh, tokenization of real-world assets, liquidity provision for banks. The APAC region, Japan was going to be using it exclusively for their bank transactions. Hey, look, it removes, the world's borders. I know some people don't like that. It becomes a no-brainer in hindsight. So this is why I'm still holding on to my XRP because, I'm just waiting for the party to begin. I know it's a bit frustrating to wait so long. And of course, this is not financial advice because, I'm just an enthusiast and a holder just like you. But it is what it is. Do your own research. I'll see you in the next video. And let's enjoy the pumps, man. Peace.